The cause of fear. Enoch thanked me in his heart for this big piece of bread from the house of the Father, and then walked into the midst of the weak patriarchs, where he began to address out of me the following comforting words to them. O dear fathers, the Holy Father and mighty Lord has graciously worked this small, rather unusual miracle in order to awaken us from the sleep of habitual indifference. He loosened the otherwise forever mute tongue of a beast and allowed a little spark of eternal truth to glide over the jaws not used to speech. We heard the weighty message of the little spark, and it greatly frightened us as if we had been relentlessly faced with eternal agonizing annihilation. Oh, for this idle fear and near despair! Tell me, dear fathers, what can the truly loving person fear? Is not the true selfless love for God, the Holy Father's protecting hand, placed on our breasts, at whose might all infinity, respectfully obedient, trembles in its very foundations? Does not the same finger of God, whose whole hand keeps us protected, carry the entire immeasurable vault of infinity, with all the countless stars, the sun and the moon? And we are almost paralyzed by weakness at some unaccustomed small matter, whereas we should have much more reason to become weak and discouraged if we pondered a little on ourselves and how we possess this marvelous power of continued speech, and that there hardly exists a visible thing any longer to which we could not give more than 1,000 names. Oh, look, that does not surprise us, and it does not make us weak when we exchange words with each other. But if the infinitely greater wonders of our mental capacity do not overwhelm us, how foolish it is to let ourselves become weak from the chirping of a cricket. Listen, this shows still much more servile fear than actual living love. Can possibly the true, alive person be seized with horror even in the face of death, or become weak and recoil from it? Truly, if the living one recoils from death, he himself still carries considerable elements of death within. Was not man set to be a lord over all creatures in the great universe? What has happened to him that he recoils from the buzzing of a rude fly as if God had already passed half a judgment on him? O dear fathers, I know what causes this, not as you think. The first basic fall of the father and mother was just but a consequence of it, but the reason is that man in his freedom begins to imagine himself great and mighty and becomes so lost in his foolish self-conceit that he believes suns and worlds to depend on his every hair. And when then the most loving, Holy Father awakens through some refreshing drop, full of love, mercy, and grace, the foolishly sleeping and dreaming child, the latter suddenly opens its eyes, recognizes its weakness and nothingness, and weeps because it is only a weak child. But when it catches sight of the strong Father, it rejoices, runs to him in its great love, caresses the strong Father, and asks him for bread. And where is there a father and a mother who would reject their darling? However, if the child is defiant, the father knows how to punish it to make it obedient. But if the child does not let itself be fully awakened, will not the father use every possible means to reawaken it to life? When then the child has opened its eyes and smiled at the word Father, will he not rejoice more over this one than over 100 who are awake? O dear fathers, behold how futile your fear and weakness is. Awake in love, and see how the great, dear Holy Father is standing by your side, and with longing and caring, love waiting for you to raise your eyes lovingly to Him. Oh, do wake up. He is not a distant Father to us, but a very close Father full of love, gentleness, and patience. Though you now may still feel weak from sleeping and dreaming, do wake up completely and you will be strengthened, so that you may leap for joy like young hearts. Oh, do awake in the love for the Father. Amen.